The hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boo! All right, guys, what do we got going on here? So, I'm gonna pick up our new pig today. But first, I gotta take you a look around everything, because it's growing, finally. Let's do it. Up here, at the 1620 tile plant. Beautiful plant, looking great. I am so impressed with that plant. Look at that thing. Man alive. The growth is just phenomenal. It's crazy. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Then we have the 1000.5 brown. It's doing great too. Looking wonderful. Loving it. All right. You see that limb, or excuse me, this mane right here. Now just keep him scooched over. That's all you want to do. Just want to keep him scooched. Keep him going that way. They'll keep trying to push, and you just keep scooting him over. There'll be something in that tip pretty soon, I would say, and I'm gonna get ready to pollinate that one. That'll be a keeper right off the bat. And then we'll let the plant catch up to it. Get the rest of them plants this big. I don't mind to pollinate them when they're about that size. The plant fills in quite fast, so not a big deal. If I can get the rest of them to be that size, like these two plants here, we'll pollinate all day on that. Then we'll just move from there. We'll just keep going. So hopefully it all turns out. Everything's looking pretty good today. Nice and green color on everything, it looks to be. And I would say that's from yesterday's nice healthy dose of food off of that, oh mercy, off that chemo sprayer. Still getting that video put together for you. We'll get that posted today, and then we'll post this video probably tomorrow. But I might post it today. I don't know, we'll see. Anyhow, let's get on back here and take a look at the rest of this. Man, that really helped in here though a lot. Look how small, these were so small yesterday. Now look at them. They're huge. That's a good thing. Good. All right, on to here's our tile plant. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna pinch it bloom off of there. We don't need that. Don't need you just yet. Don't need you just yet. I got to thinking, there's a nice little secondary trying to start on that plant. And I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you what I think has happened to this plant. Because it was on fire till I planted it. And I think what's happened is what happened with my corn, or excuse me, what happened with my 1461 gross plant. Only this one didn't get killed by the worms or the insects. I would say corn worms have gotten to the roots on this one. They died, and didn't finish it off, is what I'm thinking. The stuff hit them before they could kill the plant, but I believe it was severely damaged by them, so it's a slower grower. and as those roots heal up, or this plant ends up getting more roots growing, and tapping through, it should straighten up. I believe it will. I mean, I can't tell you that for certain, but I do believe I'm going to end up removing the shade cloths, at least for now, and let them get full sun. So all of them will get full sun. So we're going to be removing that. But I think that's probably what's happened to that plant. I think when I planted it, the cornworms hit it, and then they died, but they didn't die before they could do some damage to it, but at least they didn't kill it. And so I think it'll end up turning around and take off. I could be wrong, it might not do a thing, but I think. And that's probably what's happened on some of these plants here as well. It's probably happened to every one of them. Probably the corn worms got to them, started biting on them and stuff, but they died, but they probably did a little bit of damage, because you can see that bayou, it's a little bit slower growing than what I would like to see right now. And so is the Tiger King, although the Tiger King's my third best plant right now, and it's picking up pace and doing really good. So I'm very happy with that. So hopefully we'll see some better growth and stuff soon. We should be anyhow. The other thing that I think right now is an issue with them is just the cold temperatures at night. The cold temperatures, just, you don't want that. The cold temps aren't doing us any favors. I mean, I woke up and it was 40 degrees, so that's not optimal pumpkin growing temps, okay? And so I think that's just hurting us a bit, but it is what it is. So we sprayed them yesterday with the root hormone stuff, and we'll probably use that on a every 4 day. Every 4 days we'll probably start spraying them with the root hormone stuff, and then everywhere that we plant or cover the vine up, everywhere we bury the vine, we'll start putting it there as well, just to encourage that root to grow. Probably gonna buy me some Clonex root stimulating stuff as well. So we'll get that and put on there at every location, because we really need the roots to start growing, and I ain't got no time to waste. So anyhow, guys, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll give you a better tour later this evening. But we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna get our little pumpkin from our little, that's what maybe I should call her pumpkin. We're gonna go get our little girl Violet, the pig, from Hematite Homestead. So stay tuned. Narrowest 2-lane road we are on right now. I mean, we can look at that side by side that's up here. You'll see literally the side by side is as wide as the road is between the lines. It's tiny. Place I can have a big pumpkin patch. Look at that thing. Good night living. Have me a huge pumpkin patch. Go back to this side by side. See, I told y'all it's a narrow road. And obviously side by sides here are allowed to just roam the road without issue. This guy's been on here for at least 2 miles, just chilling out. That is awesome. On the way back, we gotta stop and check that out. That place is cool. Speed limit's 35. Cook's Fort. Cook's Fort. We gotta figure this out. Where's old Cook's Fort at? Bet that was it up there. I seen something up in there. This is pretty neat out here. It's a nice old house. Check that joker out, man. It's a huge old house. Good. That's a grist mill. Hey, we gotta stop and check that out on the way back. It's a, oh man, hey, that's pretty. Hey, we need a Cooks Run Road. Hey, we're in the land of the Cooks. I thought that was in Wyoming County. Obviously, Monroe County's got it, too. That is my dream, right there. Y'all see that? It's a trailer with all the land. No big house, just a trailer and a lot of land. I told Andy a long time ago, I've told y'all this story, I know. When we got together, I said, I'll be happy with a single wide trailer and a bunch of land. And I just found my dream house back here. Obviously, I'm not the only one that thinks like that. Because that old feller had been there for a while and he's got 2 double wides. So obviously he outgrew the first one. Or, excuse me, not 2 double wides, but he's got 2 single wides in there. So obviously he outgrew the first one and had to move a second one in. So, and all the land right there. That's a big old chunk of land too. That's crazy. That's funny. All right. What is it now?
Lots of pumpkins and squash and whatnot growing all around the border.
Oh, I see it.
I got a few really strong ones on top. That one right on the very top, going like crazy.
It looks good.
But you know, we'll find out what they are when they start fruiting.
You might get a mix. So like in 2020, she went and bought a white boar pumpkin, a blue Gerardale, and a full moon, right? So I took the seeds out of them thinking, you know, they're probably going to produce the same thing. So I planted them last year. I planted 6 of each in a hill, right? And then let them all grow. The blue Gerardales ended up producing green ones and orange ones that were really cool. I mean, you can imagine the shape and size of a Gerardale, but orange, right? So that was pretty, and the green ones was pretty. And then it produced the white borer pumpkin. It ended up producing pink ones, white ones, and some other weird color. And then the full moon produced these weird looking, I don't even know, they kind of got real big at the top where the stem end was, and then they just kind of opposite pear shaped, right? So like the bloom end was like the top of a pear, right? And the stem was, you know, the bottom of a pear. That's how they grew. And they were green, like a pastel green with a pastel pink flaring from the bottom up. Really pretty looking little pumpkins. I don't know what they were, but I kept the seeds out of all of them because I thought it was neat. But yeah, that's what they grew. So I mean, I think it's fun growing stuff like this. I do it, and it's.
Yeah, we did pretty good on this. I got like 15 different types of pumpkins.
Is that an eggplant?
I have no idea what that is.
That's an eggplant, I think. Like I'm almost positive that's an eggplant. It sure looks like one. Do y'all eat eggplants?
I mean, we may have at some point in time, you know. We get some things people give us that we throw in a big pile and pigs eat. So,
Right.
you know, it's hard to tell what they've eaten.
That looks really similar. I checked some of my videos out from past week or so. That looks like an eggplant. That's cool. It looks good around here though. These all look good. It'll be fun to watch and see what ends up coming up and doing.
Yeah, I might put a fence around and keep the deer out of it.
Deer already
Can't
in
believe
it?
they haven't been in it yet.
Oh, they ain't touched it yet.
No,
So that's good.
Haven't found it yet.
Means there's plenty in the woods to eat then, obviously. You're a cute little rascal, ain't you?
I need to sit with you.
I don't got nothing.
I like the
Is it,
video.
you're what my big boy's gonna end up looking like, ain't you?
I like the
Mine,
video.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got his cutters left in or not.
Dad,
I don't know if they
I
clipped his
want
teeth or
the
not.
video.
That's a debate for us all the time. You can't clip the
Dad, I
tusk
want
out,
the
let the
video.
saw out.
Right.
Dad, I want the video.
As close to heritage as
In the
possible.
video,
Sometimes we
Dada.
talk about cutting them out.
I want the
They're
video,
not
Dada.
aggressive to us. They're docile
I want
pigs.
the
Right.
video.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get caught in a bad situation, like this little tiny banded one over here.
Right.
He's the only one here that ain't figured out the feeding order. He's always right underneath your feet, and
Dad,
sometimes that'll.
I
end
want
up
the
with these
video,
guys underneath
Dada.
your feet.
Right,
You
and
end up
then-
getting a tusk inside
Yeah.
the leg.
Yeah. That would not feel good.
Dad, you want the video?
We're watching a video.
Dad, it's my turn.
Yeah. He's a pretty good looking pig, ain't he?
Yeah, the pig.
Now, have you ever ate one of them?
Not yet.
Not
I've
yet?
had some at the workshops I've gone to, but
Right.
we haven't harvested any of ours yet.
Okay.
We'll do our first one in December.
It's
Oh, okay. So is that the one that's over here that you're talking about?
No, we'll
It's
use
like
those,
into the video.
so we got a couple barrows over there too.
Oh, okay. Now, how big do you think they finish out at exactly? Like,
Like a
He is as big as he's going to get. He's
big
about
shrimp.
right at 300 pounds right now.
Okay.
big and
And the female, they had the babies. We weighed her.
what's the
We
video?
bred them.
Right.
And
What's the
she's
video?
275, and she won't
oh
be
wow.
What's the video, Dad?
Yeah, I got the video.
It's all fake.
Oh, okay.
Of course, these are lard pigs.
Oh,
Are you familiar with them?
well, I mean, I know what I've read, but I'm not like super up on it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know everything.
So they're lard pigs, and they have an extensive amount of fat. But it's by design.
Right.
They make fat by eating grass,
Right.
and no other pig does that.
That's crazy, ain't it?
See if I can find it.
I know the boy we got, that joker blows up real quick on food. Like, I mean, I was just feeding him like I fed the rest, like I fed Chili Mac, and that boy, he blew up so fast and got so fat that his feet started spreading real bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to back him off way off the food.
Yeah, we feed them 2 cups twice a day of the Purina Nature's Match.
Right.
We want to move away from that and get something cheaper. And right now we're Tractor Supply dependent. Tractor
Yep.
Supply screwing the eyeballs out.
Everybody.
But
Y'all don't have a Royal King close by?
and of course one's Beckley.
Oh, man. Royal King.
We're going to look for another option. The thing is they got to have that 2% lysine,
Right.
which is in the Nature's Match. That is what they use to convert amino acids to protein.
Right.
And just plain old everyday shelf food doesn't really have that.
What are you doing, buddy? You're a cute little rascal, ain't you? What's your name?
This is, she calls him Whoopie Pie
Whoopie Pie?
because of his markings. I called him Whoopie Cushion because I told her I think Whoopie's a horrible name for a pig. Because he was real nice and cute. This guy right here laid in my lap when we first got him.
Right.
He would crawl up my lap and go to sleep. He's obviously too big for that now.
Right.
But I told her, I said, right now he's a cute little Whoopie Pie, but someday he's going to be a big ugly pig like that, and Whoopie
Right.
Pie ain't going to fit no more.
Right.
And that is Hampton. Hampton, he's the daddy of our upcoming litter we're having in July. It'll be his first time.
He'll be, you said what?
He's the dad of the litter that's coming in July.
Oh, he's a little smaller, ain't he?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
The gilt that we put him with is a Jenny gilt, and she looks small, but she's of age to breed, and we decided to breed because his parents were about the size as she is. So we said,
Oh.
I think we'll be good to go. So we went ahead and bred him.
How old is he?
Hey, how old is he? A year? Well, he's more than a year.
I think he was a year in March. I think. March.
I'm talking about you, Henry.
I love them.
I can't remember. And we'll be
Yeah, they're
close
great
to
pigs.
2
I mean, the
year-old
girls,
on my birthday, which I
you can go out in the
probably
girl
forgot.
pasture and they'll lay down for
Chicken
you
on
and
the
let
Really?
you rub their belly and stuff.
That's what I like.
They did that when they were young, but I think as they get older,
Yeah, it's kind of a submissive thing.
yeah, it's too of them. If they're too manly to let you do that to them.
Yeah. Now, Chili Mac, he would, as long as he was in a mood, you could roll him over and scratch it. But like I said, he wasn't a Kunekune. I think he was half Kunekune, half potbelly is what I think. And I believe he got loose from a lady that's just right up the road from us. And then she didn't want to claim him. And I think that's what's happened because she has pigs for sale identical to what he looked like, which was that were Kunekune mixed with potbelly. And because nobody else has pigs looking like that. And so I think that's where he had come from, but I don't know. Are you going to butcher your own, or are you going to take them to processor?
No, we're gonna do them here. We're not gonna let processor touch anything we do.
Yeah.
Come here, big.
Piggy, piggy, piggy.
Come here, piggy, piggy.
Oh, that little
Come here, big.
Old Boris is pretty cool looking.
Daddy, it's my turn.
Don't go to him. Don't go to him.
down.
I'm
Squat,
coming.
you gotta go down. Squat down, baby. Why don't y'all back away from the door a little bit? Get back here with us. Get up, get up, get up.
I wish I could crawl on the ground.
Right?
Come on, Piggy.
Piggy, piggy. Piggy, piggy, come here.
Is there a big door shut?
Yeah.
Come on, Piggy.
Come here, piggy, piggy.
There's a.
Well, we're missing somebody.
You know.
No,
Oh, I
and
didn't see that one laying down. Come on, Piggy. Come on, Theo.
come here, big.
Come on, Theo.
Oh, yeah. Is that what his name is, Theo, or Boris?
Theo, he's a
Wait.
horse.
Yeah, okay.
Horse is a bloodline.
Oh,
Rubbing
okay.
over.
Come on, Piggy.
It's rubbing over.
Yeah. Theo's cute. They don't keep them bands, though, do they?
No,
Our little pig.
he'll look almost black, but he'll be black. The band's pretty much identified that he's brown.
Kira, stay back.
Get away, y'all. Let them come to you. Come here, Kai. Come here, Kai. Come here. Let them come to you.
Come on, Piggy.
Hey, buddy.
Sweetie.
Yeah, he's watch him. Watch him.
Come on, Piggy.
Come on. Huh.
Come on, Theo.
Kira, sit down.
Come on, Foxy. Or y'all gonna call her Violet?
Yeah,
Her
Violet.
name's gonna be Violet, Steve. This is your family.
Easy, Kai. You gotta be easy. Yeah. Y'all ever have babies out of these?
We gave some eggs to our buddy down the road, and they hatched 5 out of 9 eggs. I think we gave.
That ain't bad.
We haven't hatched any here.
I tried to get turkeys this year and I couldn't get any.
No, we got these last year.
Did you? Did y'all order them from somewhere?
Yeah, she got them from Cackle Hatchery.
Okay.
We had a pair of royal palms too.
Oh. I think that plant's gonna do you pretty good though. You know where you're gonna pollinate it at? I mean, roughly where, if you could have your pick, where you want to put one at. Right there? That'd be good. It'll have to be on that side of the pumpkin. Then you'll have to wrap your main vine back down that way. Were you thinking about Dad heading it?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
I mean,
I've seen where people do it, and I've seen where people don't do it.
the theory of that is, because I don't think I finished telling you, is that when your dad had it, you know, it makes the plant say, oh, I got to hurry up. And grow and put everything into this pumpkin to grow this pumpkin up, right? So like, that's the theory behind it. Like it supposedly you deadhead it and it sends signals to that the plant is done growing, it's dying, and it needs to finish that pumpkin off to produce the seeds in order to, you know, carry on for the next year, right? Survival of the fittest kind of thing, right? And so the other theory is you let the main vine continue to grow because there's growth hormone in that main vine continuing to grow, which tells the plant to keep pushing nutrients up the vine. And if it's pushing nutrients up the vine, well, it's going to your pumpkin because it's pushing nutrients up, right? And then, so I could see either way, and I don't know that either way is right or wrong.
I see where one guy pollinated, not because he wanted a pumpkin, but to make the vine grow.
Yep. You can pollinate, and it sends signals to make. In fact, I got one right now on my 1883 Bayou that is showing. It's my first pumpkin I've seen this year, and it's growing. And as soon as it opens up, probably next Friday or Saturday it'll open up. And when it does, I'm going to pollinate that pumpkin, and I'm going to see how true that is. I want it because the plant's small, so you would think if I pollinate that and the plant's small, and it does send signals and grows, then that'll push that plant to grow, right? But I have seen that there's him, Jacob, out at Growing Giants. That Jacob Marinser, he does it. He'll pollinate and then pinch it off, and pollinate and pinch off, pollinate, pinch off, and so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna, not that I don't think they're not telling the truth. I just want to see what it does for me. You know what I mean? I want to see if it really does do good or not. So you got your other plant up there. What is that? 1152 Caspers.
Yeah.
It's a good looking little plant. I mean, it's a lot better than like I say. Oh man, your stump looks great.
Yeah, that stump is split twice too.
Really?
Yeah, both times it healed itself.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I like the stump. I mean, my stumps are like that, though. They're
I like
tiny.
The stump on that one better than I do that one.
Yeah, that stump looks great. That main vine is huge. I mean, it looks really good. You should do good with that one. Where are you wanting to pollinate that pumpkin at?
Yeah,
Like somewhere in there?
do it about another 10 feet from where it's at now in that area.
That'll look good. It'll look really good.
Now that one, I don't know how long it'll get, but I won't let it grow into that.
Right.
And my secondaries on that, it'll take up some of that space.
Right.
So I'll cut this one off when I want to start. I'll just have to wait and see where we're at when they both get.
You said this one's a 68-pound one?
Yeah, this is the one I grew last year that weighed in 68 pounds. It's a seed I got off of Amazon, so
Right.
this was the very first giant pumpkin I ever tried to grow, and this is the seed from that pumpkin.
I got
But
seeds
this-
from them.
This already looks better than what I did last year.
That's good.
I like how long it's growing, and I love the leaf pattern.
It
to get some
looks-
secondaries.
It looks really good. I had in 2020 I grew store-bought seeds myself, and I kept the seeds off of them and from my dad's, and so I'm like you. Every year I end up growing it and crossing it with something. Last year I crossed it with my 2261 Schmidt, and so we'll grow it out this year, and I'll see what it does this year. You know, and
So that's what this is for. This is 400 house,
okay,
and it's pretty much only here to pollinate that, and I'm shooting for 200 pounds on that this year.
that'd be great.
I just want to gradually climb
Yeah,
it up every
yep,
year.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know, took a crap seed off Amazon and turned it into something reputable.
Right, exactly. I think, man, I'm the same way. I do stuff like that. You ain't gonna put nothing on this plant though?
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I might as well, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, it looks
Matter
good.
of fact, I would probably pollinate this with one of those two over there.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. I like it. I like the way it's looking. It's looking good.
Yeah, this one was slow coming on, but it's starting to get there.
You give them any calcium nitrate yet?
Uh-uh.
Man, you give these jokers some calcium nitrate, they'll blow up overnight. I ain't kidding you. They calcium nitrate, I'm a firm believer in that stuff. See, where we've been having have you been having cold nights down here?
It's been cool in the 60s probably the last couple of nights.
Yeah, like up there at the house, man, we've had nights in the 40s.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while.
And well, calcium nitrate can grow can still be used by the plant at 55 degrees. And so that's why a lot of people use it, is because it's a fertilizer that the plant can start using at 50, really cool temperatures, like I said, 55 degrees. Other fertilizers are not active until the heat gets warmer, the soil gets warmer, and it's water soluble, so you can use it on your plant, foliar feeding it, and it works really good.
Calcium nitrate?
Calcium nitrate, yes sir.
Where do you get that at?
Hang on a minute and I'll tell you.
It's growing good, but
Man,
I can't imagine it's going to do very well.
Well, all right, I tell you what. I'll tell you how to fix this. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Have you asked Chris about that? Rotoball?
I don't think I sent this one to Chris. I sent Chris the Caspers
Yeah.
when I was having problems with its stump.
The stump's flat.
Yeah.
I mean, completely flat. I didn't think it was like that. Wow, I ain't never seen nothing like that. That is crazy. You can even see some of the roots trying to grow there on the side of it there. That's crazy. All right, I'll tell you what to do, how you can fix this, and you're gonna have to start doing it pretty quickly. That first leaf node right there, right, yep, up the next one, yeah, right there. Start burying that and let that root in, and when that root's in, then this stump back here, if it goes out completely, you'll be re-rooted and stumped there. You see what I'm saying? That's the only, if I'd have known it was that bad, I'd have told you to do that last time.
Well, I mean, I should have been burying these, and it's my fault for paying more attention to those two. These two are kind of not getting the attention.
Trust me, I understand. Pumpkins always have priorities, which ones get more and which ones get less. I've got the same plants just like it at the house. But yeah, if you'll start burying it right there at that, I mean, you can bury that whole thing from where you pointed at first all the way up, right? Like that whole joint right there, right? And so that'll give you, you'll have roots growing from that first leaf node up there to the big leaf node that I showed you, and that ought to suffice once they get took off and going. But that's what I would do. I would just start doing that now, and then get a root stimulator. I use Fertilome root stimulator. Get that, and then that will tell the plant, hey, you need to throw down roots. You know what I mean? And then it'll start throwing down roots, and then you can actually water it right there at the root zone. You know what I mean? To increase the roots growth. Yeah. And so that's what I use. But yeah, if you start doing that now, it should, by the end of the week, if you bury it now, by the end of next week, you'll have roots growing. And then if this stump goes out completely, you're okay. Yeah. Yep, you'll be good. Oh, mama pig. There's mommy.
The next one goes to July 4th.
That one's due on Independence Day. You're gonna be an Independence Day babies. How good are they about staying on track with that?
I mean, as long as we're right.
Yeah.
They've been pretty close. We've got a gestation calendar, and it's pretty darn close. It's within a couple of days.
That's good.
These are the two mics. They're the one I'm going to get harvested in December.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one yet though.
So you're gonna harvest one. What are you gonna do with the other one?
Oh, it'll get harvested.
Oh, you just wait around. Okay. What made you choose these two?
It's probably the Diamond Curves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we bought them. So, one of her friends offered them to us for me.
Right.
We didn't have any meat pigs at the time. I said, sure, might as well.
And so they're burros, you said?
Yeah.
Which is what?
That's all.
Okay. So a burra is a castrated male,
Yeah.
and a gilt is a
Gilt?
A
gilt is a female that hasn't. So she's still a gilt.
okay until she.
Once she has her litter, she'll become a sow.
Okay. And when she has her piglet, she'll be a sow. Okay. I got it. I'm trying to learn still.
Hey, Punky, come here.
She's like, huh? I'm eating grass, bruh.
You seen her come over here if I ain't got no food.
She's a pretty pig.
Yeah, this is the one you're buying from. Is her third litter.
Third litter. How old is she?
She's 4.5 now.
That's good. She looks good. She's a happy little pig.
We bought the same. Well, we got her first, and we got her about 4 or 5 months later.
Oh yeah. Has that one had any?
She's the one that I told you bred through the fence.
Oh man.
She had one piglet, didn't make it through the night.
Oh, that's sad. She ain't been bred since.
She won't breed.
What?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
You know, she runs away from boys. And we've tried putting them in smaller areas.
Right.
And it's like a damn rodeo.
Oh, really?
We're going to take
Do they got
one
a
more.
stand that they make them and put them in a stand? And
I don't know.
either that or maybe you may have to artificially inseminate them, huh?
We talked about doing that.
I think you can do it fairly easy. You just get the male to do his business in a sleeve, right? And then take a pipet and put it up in there and squeeze, I guess.
Yeah,
What?
We're going to give her another chance, but she might be the one that gets harvested in
Oh, yeah?
December.
That's-
I told Kelly she had till December to get her pregnant.
There you go. I mean, you got to. If they ain't producing, you got to go somewhere.
She's a good size for it, too. I mean, these two burros, they're right at 2 years old now.
Really?
And they should be that size, but they're not. Some people say when you take nuts off that they grow
They don't-
slow, and
yeah.
That might be true because they're not growing up like what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that is crazy. They're very. I mean, my boar was a lot bigger than that at just a few months old.
Yeah, so we might take her in December. I mean, that's what I want to do. It's
Right.
Good size for her. She's right at the size of all the bigs that I harvested at all the workshops I went to.
Right.
Matter of fact, one of them was Kunekune, looked exactly like her.
Oh man. I mean, it sucks that she won't breed, though.
Well, the lady that we got them from, and she started the AKKBS, the American Kunekune Big Society.
Right.
And she's one of the first people we brought into America.
Oh really?
And she says probably when she lost her first piglet through accidental breeding, it's like all the cards were stacked against her, and she's imprinted that on her. That's 100 right there. That's actually 92 because 8 of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, when I plant these, I'll also put seeds out there too.
That's crazy. And are all them field pumpkins?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with all them field pumpkins?
Pigs get most of them.
Oh, okay.
But I always hope to have enough to sell in the fall festival, and I want to fill up my 16-foot trailer full of pumpkins. It's my
Yeah.
goal. And last year we harvested like 98 pumpkins, and the size of them wasn't spectacular, so I said, nah, we just let them all the goods.
What you got going back here in the back and them cups back here in the back? Peppers?
These are cucumbers.
Okay.
These are China J's, and they're only out here because I ran out of space. And these are 139 Burdette watermelons.
Oh, okay.
I planted 6 of those,
Right.
and these are the only 2 that have come up.
Let me tell you, last year I grew Carolina Cross watermelons. You know, the 180-pound Carolina Cross, just store-bought ones. And they produced some massive pumpkins for me. I mean, they wasn't no showstoppers, but to me, they're the biggest watermelons I ever planted. None of them was ripe, even though the tendrils said they were ripe. They weren't. So I would assume you probably need to leave them on there 2-3 weeks longer. I left one on there so long that it ended up rotting, and I didn't know it was rotted till I picked it up and the bottom fell out of it, and it was beautiful, big, and it was red and juicy inside, but it was bugged up and stuff. So that was a shame, but they grew really good. Now, this year I have grown, or have growing, several giant, like from giant growers. Man, they're hard as all get out to germinate, and they don't want to come out of the stinking seed, like the seed coating. They stick in that seed coating, and I even asked. I said, "Do you sand them down?" No, don't sand them. So I started sanding them, and when I started sanding them, I started getting better results. They started popping through better. In fact, I just had to start 2, 3, 4 more yesterday. I had to restart because of all the trouble I've had. Snails got a hold of some of them. Some of them didn't live. Even though I transplanted them, so I had to start all over again. I'm just hoping to get a 100-pound watermelon. That's all I want. If I get a 100-pounder, I'll be happy. But
I've never grown them before, but the guy that gave me, Richie Burdette, gave me all my giant pumpkin seeds. And
Okay.
he had some of those in there. So I figured,
Right.
I might as well try them. But I did 4 underneath the grow light in my house, and they never germinated. I finally dug them up, and they tried to. Little tiny root came out the seed pod,
Right.
and that was it. And then these were in here for a month, I'll bet.
before they popped,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And they finally came. I was getting ready to give up on them. I was just going to dump them out and say, well, maybe next year.
Right.
Then they finally came out.
Well, good luck to you, man, because it's from what I'm seeing, it's pretty hard. I do know I've got tons of watermelons. Have you seen all the watermelons I've planted?
Mm-hmm.
I got like 5 different kinds. It's crazy. There's the grist mill. Ain't got time to stop, but it's cute. Stop one day, maybe.
The devil have I found. BLM on the side of the mountain.
What in the world? I hope that don't stand for what I think it does. BLM out here in the country on a farm. It's pretty neat. Okay. Another one over there. That one's very pretty. Alright guys, so we got Violet. Let my dad name her. Dad picked Violet, so Violet's what we went with. And she's sleeping. she's slept the whole way here, so that's good. We didn't have to, she didn't puke, she didn't nothing. She just slept. So we're home. We're gonna unload her, get her cleaned up, and take her inside and let her stay in there for a night or so. Then we'll put her out and let her start getting acquainted with our other coons.
Don't forget to smash that like button. That notification bell.
Don't get the dog.
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the dog.
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
And
subscribe.